Truck registrations and all
in favor? The presentations?
first promise, and we'll go after other state lawmakers and other.
Resolution this afternoon, along with the interest amounts received from investment accounts. At the bottom of the page, you'll see the loss and T-loss distribution fee received in November. On the second page, you'll see that the loss balance as of right now is a negative because it includes phase 1 of the courthouse renovation. This does not include any of the advances from the general fund that were approved at the last meeting. They can be done as needed as we receive the loss distributions.
The facility was located on Covington Highway near I-20 and Collier.
So the first
Channel 2's Tom Regan.
5 months or whatever.
Class action filed by businesses and residents.
What we calculated it to be, okay. Maybe.
And the T's loss balance as of right now is $701,000.
Do we make some moves with some money? General looks low. Or general LGF. It could be a memory issue. I just wanted to ask.
Mr. I've moved money back in September to cover the general fund, waiting on taxes. If we will replenish that, we should be getting a big check from tax in the next week or so. That we'll move money back to LGIP.
Yeah, as of from the last meeting, it's $30,000 more.
No, from the interest, yes, but
the general balance overall is typically around $10–11 million once we get the tax revenue. We haven't got the big tax revenue check yet.
Okay.
I think the notices went out maybe a week later, so that should be coming in. It's usually the 15th and
I know a lot of your payments start coming in on the 20th.
Well, I mean, but that should be an uptick. I remember it being $10 to $11 million almost all year long. Now it's 9.1. I was where did that go? Or I may have missed something. That's why I said it may be me. Not a bad memory, but
it's been at $9 million at least since October.
That's pretty unfortunate for me for that memory. I'll look at that. My other.
We'll back up. It'll probably back up to $12 million by June.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns about the finance report? Thank you, ma'am. Any department heads here to speak?
No, sir.
All right, citizen comment. I see we have one, Mr. David Lyle, sign up to comment. Forgive me, I have to read all this again. Speakers must contact the county clerk at a.stevens@marylandcountyga.gov or call 706-672-3460 on or before the dates and times listed below in order to be placed on the agenda to speak. Speakers must provide their name, address, and topic they wish to discuss. On the first Monday of the month, 6 p.m. meeting, speakers must email a call before 5 p.m. on the day of the scheduled meeting. For the fourth Tuesday of the month, 6 p.m. meeting, speakers must email a call before 5 p.m. on the day of the scheduled meeting. Speakers must direct a remark to the board and not to individual commissioners or to the audience. Personal disagreements with individual commissioners or county employees are not a matter of public concern, and personal attacks will not be tolerated. Speakers will be allotted 3 minutes to speak on their chosen topics as they relate to matters pertinent to the jurisdiction of the Board of Commissioners. No questions will be asked by any of the commissioners during citizen comment. Outbursts from the audience will not be tolerated. Common courtesy and civility are expected at all times during the meeting. No speaker will be permitted to speak more than 3 minutes or more than once unless the board votes to suspend this rule. So, Mr. Lyle, if you'll go on up, please state your name and address again, and then we'll be ready.
David Lyle, live at 695 Jarrell Road or Gerald Road, ever which way it goes. We have a plant up there, TAB Holding. And last time I was in here, I asked you about scraping the roads. I want to thank you all because they did get scraped. And tonight, we have a problem that has come and it seems like we can't get a solution.
Black pen.
Quiet time. I'm sorry,
What's that?
Take your time.
sir.
Take your time.
Thank you. I wanted to be sure I had the 3 minutes.
Well, I'm sure we can, we don't have a big crowd here tonight. We looking forward to hearing what you got to say.
Last week, if you'd have that gavel, I would have been gone in. It wouldn't have waited that long. The TAB Holdings quiet time. I think Citizens has an 8 hours or between 12 and 8 or 10, and
But it's 10.
you have
Starts at 10 o'clock.
you have a quiet time. All right, what about the company? They want to operate on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday nights. Heavily. I know I was in here, this has been going on for 6 years. I've met with many commissioners before Miss Jennifer was elected. And I've met with Rosalind and Butch, Oliver, and I have a calendar here that I've met with everybody. We have block wall, we get nowhere, except now y'all did scrape the road last time. I have can I pick something up? This is what I picked up on the road. Can I?
Just set it on the table there and we'll get pictures of it and we'll document it.
The pistons, it has a bottom and a stick sticking there. It is plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
I had 6 flat tires, 3 of them in my yard. That's bigger when I come back. I see other cars that has flat tires, they're fixing them. And this is another that can be pretty dangerous. The quiet time for a plant, is there a quiet time? All right, environmental patrol and protection. I have been in touch with them. I have all kind of paperwork here that I haven't.
I'll make a motion, allow him 3 more minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Okay, 15 on, sir.
Can I go past 3 minutes?
Yes,
If
sir.
you said again, Ryan.
Yes, we just did.
But I made it 3.
That's fine.
I made it 3. I'm hard here, and I'm just trying to get through. But the plant, when they're banging, they have it in a turmoil or something like this. From what I understand, about as long as this building, about 12, 15 foot wide. They feed the automobile parts in it and store them out and sell them back to the makers. The water, it was coming down Jarrell Road about 12 foot wide, 2 and 3 foot deep. And I kept calling environmental and they told me they didn't have a permit to run and there wasn't no business out here. And this went on and on and on. And finally, my neighbor called me and said, with this black stuff hurt my cows. She said there's about 1 inch in the pasture, 3, 4, 5 football field longs. I told her I didn't know. And I called them on a Thursday evening. And Friday morning, about 6 o'clock, they were beating on my front door telling me to show them because they wanted to see if there was a building or a business out there. And he told me he had never seen nothing like was out there, and the county did not have it recorded.
The Meriwether County did not have.
Meriwether County. I came here and went down this office here to a commissioner. And he told me, I told Curtis Whitaker to go ahead and run without a permit or a business license. Yes, sir. And, this business is ran out of Atlanta, and environmental is telling us there is going to be problems with all of the water that's running off or had been running off. I was told, one of y'all would have to go see, they had built retaining ponds up there to catch the water. And the environmental said there was about a half inch of black good out in the cow pasture, and they didn't know if it was gonna kill the cows or not. They were running it in the creek down there coming off of Lake Mead, or not,
Mathis.
I'm sorry, Mathis Pond. And then they caught them, and we called in, and my neighbor went down on the other side the next week, and they were running the black water down that creek. And this place has not been a place to work with. Every time we try to report something, we go up against a block wall.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else?
You got anything else?
I hope that's all I had.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
His main
All right,
is
okay, so-
quiet time,
The quiet time.
because they work on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night when nobody's playing.
And try to get a commissioner, try to get, well, Sheriff Smith, I talked with him, and he said he thought that, if they were going to work 3 shifts, he thought they would have to put it in paper and say, okay, we're going to work 3 shifts, or is that okay, or is that anything? And, that went by the wayside. And
Well, we, just to give you a little background, they have been digging into the ordinances and will continue to do that to make sure they're in compliance. And they have been working with them on remedying some of these issues that you've been facing. They've agreed to do some things, so the staff here is working and pushing towards getting to a resolution. We'll continue to dig into, investigate the issues that you're bringing up.
I have a complete, you probably have this environmental,
Sir?
the paperwork from environmental is about 30 pages here, what they're working on also.
Do you mind if we get a copy of that? Okay, thank you, sir. She's gonna make copies. Don't go anywhere. She's gonna make copies and bring that back to you. Okay. Okay, the next item is the minutes from November 17th, 2025 work session at 5:30 p.m. Any changes need to be made?
The only change I've already made it to, y'all don't have a copy of it, but I went in, at Commissioner Snelson read through and I found he referred to her as a he instead of a she, so we fixed that.
That's very important.
Yes, that's the only change on that.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve those as presented? Second. All in favor? And I abstain because I was not here. Second item, minutes from the November 25th, 2025 regular meeting, 6 p.m.
And the only change we made on that was when we were talking about the, contract for the tax appraiser's office. We ended up, there was sometimes it says chief appraiser instead of Harris, and then some just said chief Harris, so I changed all of them to say chief appraiser.
Okay.
The only change.
I'll make a motion, 30 minutes.
All right. Second it, all in favor? And no, we don't have any public hearings,
Myself.
no appointments. Unfinished business, we have one item, consideration of the proposal for Lean's commercial two-way for radio equipment and site services at Greenville PSC. This item was tabled from the November 10th, 2025 regular meeting.
Commissioners, I met with Dean from Dean's 2A on Monday, December 1st, to discuss the status of this project. He confirmed he is working on submitting the required application for the microwave system and structural engineering plans that has to go along with it. I would ask that this be tabled to December 23rd so we can get an updated quote from Dean based off these specs and engineering studies.
We approved this months ago, right?
Not this one. This is the one behind Texaco.
This is a different.
Not our show, but this
Okay.
one over in County Temple.
This is move everything from the sheriff's office to Texaco.
That's my memory again. Okay. All right, so I'll make a motion to table the December 23rd regular meeting. Second. All in favor? All right, new business, approved 2026 Board of Commissioners meeting and holiday.
This is in preparation for the upcoming calendar year. The proposed 26 work commission meeting schedule and official county holiday schedule have been drafted and are submitted for review and approval. The meeting schedule reflects the board's regular practice of holding 2 meetings per month. However, several meeting dates have been revised and are clearly marked to reflect adjustments necessary due to holidays or limited turnaround time between meetings. Specifically, some meeting dates have been moved to the second Monday of the month at 6 p.m. rather than the first Monday of the month. These adjustments were made to provide staff adequate time for legal advertising, agenda preparation, and internal coordination between closely scheduled meetings. All revised dates are noted on the schedule for clarity and consistency with past practices used to maintain compliance with public notice and open meetings requirements. The 26 holiday schedule is also including listing all observed holidays for the year. As part of this schedule, Independence Day will be observed on Friday, July 3rd, since the actual holiday falls on a Saturday. This follows the standard practice of observing the holidays that fall on the weekend on the nearest weekday. Staff recommends approval of both the 26 Board of Commissioners meeting schedule and the official holiday calendar as presented. And upon approval, the schedules will be posted publicly and distributed to all departments to support annual planning and ensure transparency. Now, there are, if you want to make some changes to that, like I said, if that first meeting in January does not work for you, I can make it happen if I need to. It's not a problem. We can move that one up, just based on what the board wants to
Mr.
do.
Chairman.
Mm-hmm.
If the council, are y'all still not able to do the second Monday?
Third Tuesday was their issue, right?
No, what I'm saying is, we almost voted earlier this year or last year to have the first Monday and the fourth Tuesday.
Right.
And then when you look at it, we got 11 revised. And we did that to accommodate our legal counsel because they weren't available. Are they still not available?
This is the same, yeah, this,
Nothing's changed. I was just asking because,
they kept them the same.
yeah, I just want to double check. That
I don't have any meetings on Monday, mine on Tuesday.
So could we change it to
No.
the second Monday from now on?
Are y'all available on second Mondays?
Yeah,
Because most all these except for July is the second Monday
that's fine.
for
with
the
me.
whole year.
We just have to do another ordinance update.
Yeah, update the ordinance, just, I mean, if you want an ordinance, you can, but you don't need one.
We don't have to do
Well,
the amendment.
Yeah, but
You just got to say it at the beginning of every year. Yeah.
well, he answered it, but we're revising and voting on that, so why couldn't we just vote to have them on the second Monday and then, and be done with it? And then everybody, even the commissioners and yourselves, like he figured we're gonna be on the 6th, so he made a plan. But you can't be here because you got plans, so.
I mean, I can have somebody take minutes.
Right.
I think the main thing is making sure I have an attorney and you guys are as many present as I have, so.
But I think it'd be better for the citizens to know that it's always the second Monday and the fourth Tuesday or blah, blah, and not, it's revised.
I can do that, sure.
Hallelujah.
And Michael,
I'll make a motion.
he should be good.
Well, that's not changing, it's the second.
It's not changing. Okay.
Yeah. I'll make do we need to put that in motion?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to make a motion that instead of having all 11 revised, that we change the 2026 calendar to the second Monday of each month at 6:00 p.m. and continue with the fourth Tuesday at 6:00 p.m.
Second. All in favor? Are we absolutely certain that falls and doesn't interfere with any holidays or anything
I
like
have
that?
to go back and check.
Okay, so at least.
What we have to adjust the holidays,
If
that could be
something
in
does
there.
come up, I will bring it back at the next meeting, so we can, sure we get
Well,
that.
looking at this, the only one it shouldn't because we revised all of them to the second Monday anyway.
Right.
And all those dates were fine, so they weren't a holiday for this year.
We revised all of them but one, I think, 11 of them.
But before I had made that motion, I should have considered, one of the reasons we're having this discussion is Commissioner Collins thought it was gonna be on the 6th and made plans for the 12th. And by us going to the second Monday, it messes that up. So do we need to have the first one remain on the 6th and then start?
It's up to y'all.
Because he based it based on that and then,
Well, it don't matter, I'll just have to.
Huh?
I'll just have to change my plan.
I mean, if you can, but we'd rather you not, you know, I mean, we're moving the way the schedule, so.
Right, change to the first Monday in January.
Let me look and I'll let you know it before next week. Because I might could just be, I mean, I can be here.
What's the first meeting of the year? So, yeah, we all need to be here.
Yeah.
Just let me know, and like I said, I can bring back whatever. To
That's at least next meeting. Okay.
So what day do I need to be here? Are y'all at the 12th? Unless further notice, I'll be here.
Now, did we need to do a separate motion to approve the holiday schedule or is that?
No, it's all the same thing.
Okay.
If the holidays are already observed, I guess you could just amend your motion, you just include it.
Well, we had to change the meeting because of the holiday. People understand that.
I'm saying the holiday schedule.
I didn't know it all revised because 3 days, 4 days, you know.
Yes. The holidays are hot. Let's follow the federal plan. All right, item 2 is approve Motorola Solutions for Marietta County All Works renewal proposal.
Commissioner Legal have reviewed this and accepted it, some changes. We got no changes at all because this is a renewal of the current call work system that supports 911. That annual cost is $30,485.57. This is a budgeted line item and staff recommends approval. The chair, vice chair, and sign.
It's the same system we already have.
Correct.
I make a motion to approve, allow the vice chair or chairman to sign. Second. All in favor? Number 3 is approve the memorandum of understanding between the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia by and on behalf of the University of Georgia Cooperative Extension in Marietta County.
Commissioners, the proposed 2025 MOU between Marietta County and the University of Georgia extension is presented for approval. This agreement outlines the continuing partnership between the county and UGA Extension for provision of extension services to Marietta County residents. The MOU formalizes responsibilities related to operational support, personnel compensation, and collaborative program delivery. The only change in this one is their provisions for IT, which we do not follow by because they have their own IT department that services UGA. The only thing they have that we account for is a printer or a copy machine.
And that's different than prior engagements or?
Correct, that's the only change in this MOU over prior.
The printer was involved in the last one, right?
Yes, it's.
So if that part didn't change, it's just the IT support.
Yeah, IT.
They've got the IT department listed in there, or their IT services, and this one does, because I don't think we've ever handled their IT.
Yeah, okay, so it's basically the same thing,
Yes.
it's just calling out that you do not have to do it.
And Lou has reviewed this and asked about the pay schedule, and that was done back in June. Usually we do the MOU with June budget plan. They did not anticipate this to come out until 26, but it came out in 25 recently.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement and allow the chairman to sign. All in favor? Number 4, consideration of truck purchase for public works.
Commissioners, this is at the request of Commissioner Smelton. And I'll let her speak on this one. I think the folks, these are all for Ram 1500s with GPS navigation and 4-wheel drive. We have received 3 quotes. Maxi Price Chevrolet for $37,866.50 for a 2022 Ram 1500. Chronic for $39,086 for a 2022 Ram 1500. And Automation for $37,812.75 for a 2023 Ram 1500. If approved, staff recommends SPOS. The record group has no preference on which vehicle. They all essentially are the same. Staff will recommend 2023, ran 1,500 from automation. If approved by the board.
Does it list the mileage on all three of them?
Yes, the miles on.
We're gonna get the lowest mileage.
The one, the cheapest price, the 37,866 from Maxi Price, that one has, 41,000 miles on it.
Let's talk about
Chronic had a little bit less, but, well, the one that's 37,812 has 30,346 miles, and it's from Columbus. That will be the closest to us, and it has the features that he wants us to learn in addition of the Ram 1500.
The one product has the lowest miles.
But it's more expensive. It's 39,000. And the 37,812, the least expensive, has 30,346.
The one product's the big Horn Lone Star.
Yes.
And it's got less mileage, it's probably not the price of it.
Right.
Nicer version.
But I wanted to bring this back up because when we assigned him the job of doing the road evaluation, we decided not to go with EMC. It was a $40,000 bid, $45,000. And I just thought this would help make that more efficient because it would ask about a navigation system in the truck instead of trying to have thing to hold his phone up and try to look at his phone and try to go through, or a smaller GPS. This would have navigation so that it could help with making that more efficient. And then the truck that he's currently in can be passed down to one of the other employees that we were going to be getting a truck for from the sheriff's department, since we found out that some of those were not in great shape anyway.
And then Barry's truck, you go to whenever we hire an assistant,
Right.
Public Works.
Yeah, whichever needs, because we hired the
Deputy director starts on
the
the
deputy
15th.
director.
What's that?
He starts on the 15th.
Right.
Oh, we hired somebody?
Yes, sir.
Then I said at last meeting. And so whichever truck, the one that Ryan is currently using or the one that Barry's using can go to that one. But where he was needing, I think a total of 4, one of this to be used for one of those.
What about the other 3? Are they gonna use?
Some are coming from the sheriff's department. They were going to be passed down. But then when we first got the information from the sheriff's department, some of them were not in very good shape. The ones that they were turning in originally had a lot of miles on it.
I think they have a lot of miles on, but I don't know about the shape of them.
Well, I just meant, I didn't know how well, I mean, I didn't go out and see the vehicle to know.
They don't have to be query for Public Works.
No, they don't, but
You buy something new, they're gonna trash it in no time. With tools and work in, it's just outside construction, it just happens.
yeah,
No, I'm saying that if they, as long as the engine, like you say, might have a lot of miles, but as long as they're running and they're performing, we could save the dollar for right now and put them in those trucks.
But what's the difference in the Public Works Department using those sheriff trucks? With the Public Works
do
Director?
they have
can't use them?
navigation in them already?
These, I believe, do not have, because they were 1999 to early 2000 models.
These are the ones the rest of the Public Works team is going to receive.
The only updated truck I know of is the one we bought Barry last year.
And it
That one
doesn't
they
have
have.
Well, they got those 2 Ford 250s or something that they're not too old trucks, are they?
I don't believe so. The last one we bought was a 3500 and it does not have GPS.
So none of the vehicles that are an option currently have GPS navigation in them.
So
All
we-
of them don't have that.
I meant this one
Right.
that I'm asking about.
Yeah.
That's the only one I'm worried about.
So when we're saying GPS, are we talking about a standard automaker installed GPS, or are we talking
Yes.
about a display screen you plug your phone into and now you have GPS?
No, the
That's-
standard automaker GPS.
Well, what's the difference in that than you plug your phone in and you got it right there on the screen?
Because we don't have good cell service throughout the whole county.
And there's not a screen already in the truck, so it would be just sitting his phone up, having a mount kit, sitting his phone up, trying to look at his telephone.
Well, I get, yeah, the 1990 trucks don't have it, but
Well, I mean, like me, if I wanna find Rocky Mountain Road, I just tell my phone that and hit go and lay it over there, and it tells me how to get to Rocky Mountain Road.
But
I
when
don't
he's
have to
doing
watch
road evaluations, he's not just typing in what road name he's looking for, he's writing, trying to get the road names. Because we discovered, and even talking with Haley, we discovered that there were a lot that since the last road study was done, there was a lot more county roads that had not been on the updated list.
But I mean, they all on the map that the county's got, you know. So he hopefully he's gonna go down through there. I don't care how he does. I mean, I'm fine with, you know, buying a truck, but I just think we need to be frugal on buying other trucks for the department, you know, like Shannon to pave the roads. I don't see why they can't use a old deputy truck.
They can.
Oh, I'm perfectly great with handing down those. I just wanted this one for this job and for what he's doing as the public works director.
I think it was a conversation at the last meeting, a couple meetings ago, when he said something about he's gonna come back and want some new Mavericks and all that, but he can get, if we're doing this, we
Right, they
can
won't
get,
need to come back for those.
we don't need to be buying new Mavericks that can take the sheriff's old trucks and work on the road.
I agree with
And
that.
that help justify the expense and put our public works director in, like you said, something he can have full navigation.
Right, and make this job efficient.
And the Ford Durangos that was voted on last meeting has arrived. They're getting outfitted, so we could possibly get 4 more vehicles from the sheriff's office.
Right.
They're gonna probably be in the 1990, early 2000.
And you said they bought somebody else another truck,
Yeah,
so
we
that
have,
may be
we have
five.
3. So it could be possibly a total of 7 trucks coming to the county.
And there might be some other departments that need.
Well, Cassandra's getting one of them, right?
Yes, Cassandra will get 1, and then her truck will go to recreation. The one with the high mileage one that's currently like 180,000 miles will probably come to the administration and be the truck that I will go out in the public with the high mileage on it.
Right.
Because I'm not going to drive more than a couple thousand miles a year. So there's a plan in place for the trucks. I just don't know how many of the 4 with the Durangos, if we're going to get all 4 previous used trucks, or we're going to get 2, depending on what the sheriff needs.
But eventually we're gonna get 6 or 7.
That's the plan and that's the goal.
I'd like to make a motion that we purchase the truck from AutoNation not to exceed $37,812.75 for a 2023 Ram 1500.
I'll say.
Will it be funded from where?
Funded from SPOS.
You second,
I'll second.
all in favor? I'm gonna ask a question what you just said. So we're getting 6 new Durangos for the sheriff.
Correct. And they bought an additional one for, they bought one out of their own.
You said you're not sure how many of them we're gonna get back, so when,
We should get 4 trucks, but I don't know what the sheriff's staffing looks like. He's got, like says deputies that need vehicles or.
well, that's the thing, we do know that because he turned in the budget, so he's staffing. We know what his staffing is. He asked for those vehicles, and our understanding at the time we approved them was, yes, we'll buy them and then we'll have those to be able to give here. I don't know what would have changed from the time he presented a budget with a number of deputies and then needed trucks to replace what the wording was, worn out vehicles, not add to the fleet. So
We should get, I said, we should get 6 offers from
We should
them.
get all of
that's,
that.
look at that, that's,
Already gotten some, right?
We have 3. I just need to get them painted.
So you talking about 4 more.
Correct. With the new Durangos.
So that's where the,
And you're still looking about a
confusion
month.
is. We've only got 3, but we're talking about 4 more, so it'll be a total of 7, and we bought them 6.
Looking at about 4 to 6 weeks. These other 4 have to get outfitted before they can put in service.
where's the 7th one come from? Because what this board approved was the purchase of 6 vehicles for.
The sheriff bought 1 vehicle with their
On
own
his own.
funds.
Yeah, but I'm saying we bought him 2 to start with, the first purchase.
Yeah, 'cause
He's already given us 3 of the trucks when we bought those 2. And now we got 4, we bought 4 more, and John's saying that he's gonna give us 4 trucks. That's for the other 4, so in total.
Well, he said he didn't know for sure. That was why, we're letting my question.
I'll confirm that, but it should be more.
Unless they're just correcting.
Yeah, even 4 to 6 weeks, we should get them after they're getting out to the air. They're doing them 2 at a time. I talked to, Jay, and he talked to the guy that's doing the outfitting, and they're already scheduled 2's down there now. Then on the turnaround, the next 2 are doing, so we should be getting 2 more.
I just want to make sure
Sure.
that we do the arrangement and deal that this board approved. If we don't get 4 more, then the number lacking that we don't get is brought before this board for salvage and sale.
Is that,
Because that was the way it should work with the agreement we did.
yes. And I have a list.
Oh, the sheriff ain't gonna change his mind, keep 2 of them and put them over here. We bought a new one, we're taking old.
When before I got there, I saw.
I wanted to have
Here's the
these,
score.
but I want it to be done the right way.
Right. Like we discussed.
Instead of 6 in this budget year, we did 2 in the prior budget year, 4 this year, so that should be all 6.
Next is consideration to move the county credit card from Elon Financial to Colony Bank.
Commissioners, the county currently uses a credit card through Elon Financial Services, which is backed by Colony Bank. However, when we make payments, we sometimes have to overnight the payments, which costs $40, $50, $60 to get money back on the credit card because of the cost of everything's going up. Colony Bank does offer a credit card in-house, and I talked to William.
William.
He's the vice president of Colony Bank, and they do offer a credit card. All we have to do is send over our financial statements. I told him our credit limit. He said that should be more than accommodating. We just have to get the information to him. And that way we can take a check directly to Colony Bank and have the money on the card instantly instead of overnighting the payment, waiting for it to clear the bank and do everything. Because I give you an example, the last credit card had $400 something on. I had to do ACH transfer $10,000 to make a payment to get credit on there. Just in case somebody went on a train, we could pay for the hotel room.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion?
Those credit cards work like our credit card where you earn dollars on stuff that go back to this.
Colony Bank may, but Elon does not.
What's that?
Colony Bank may, but Elon Financial does not.
Right, well, you know that, I'm just curious.
Yes.
Colony's credit cards are that way, we should not be exempt from, we should get the same.
Because they use Discover.
Yeah,
The Colony Bank card or Discover based card, because my wife banks with them and she can't even use it in half places because it doesn't work like a credit card. But that does come with benefits that you earn spending power by spending.
Right.
If we didn't make sure.
I don't know how much we go through on a card, but it may accumulate up till we get something back to go somewhere.
we raised the limit from 5 to 25, and we're exhausting that 25 almost on a monthly basis. So it's price of everything's been going up.
That makes me.
Please check into it, make it
agenda
get
next meeting. I'll have to review the credit card.
Okay. I'll make a motion, or just want to make it already.
No,
No, I'll make a motion to move the credit card from Elon Financial to Colony Bank.
second. All in favor? All right. Next is the report from county administrator.
Commissioners got word from the engineering and River City and courthouse. January 5th is a tentative start date. That's due to scaffolding was already pre-ordered for December 15th. So they are locked out for the rest of the year. But January 5th is the tentative start date for the courthouse summer renovations. The radios are being programmed, should have them mid-January and they'll be in service. We have IT director interviews. We are in the process of making the buildings ADA compliant with the doors. We have building A done, building B, pathways, and we're working on 911, at least getting the doors where they're ADA compliant with the push button. Maintenance just has to get around and get the wiring done. They get everything in but wiring, so those doors will be ADA compliant. All the county buildings in should be ADA compliant. When you leave out a building, you should see to the left some wood. That's to start doing some remodeling on the outside of here, getting the interior wood fixed, columns, fixing up the windows, sprucing up the administration building. So we're working on that as well. Georgia Power has came out and reviewed the lighting area, and they got a signed a work order for that. Nathan looked over it. They're planning on putting LED lights in the front and the back, so it's bright like it is up at Building A where you see the parking lot. Just trying to work on safety and make sure everybody that leaves here at night is safe. Front and the back parking lot. Got a meeting with Glover Davis tomorrow. And like Chairman Worsley stated, we have been in touch with TAB Holdings with the maintenance man Tim. Cassandra has talked to him. They're working on fixing the conveyor belt, noise. They're buying a water truck.
Can y'all hear him? Okay.
They're buying a water truck for the dust. They're sweeping the trucks, the roads. And we'll be reaching out to them and find out more about the quiet hours and the other concerns that were raised in about the debris. That's all I have.
You mean a water truck for the dust?
Water truck for the dust.
They're getting a water truck for the dust to help that. He said a work trip, that is all.
Work truck.
But we do need to, that was very disturbing, and I don't know what parts were true or not, but the EPA part, if there's runoff going on private property and runoff that they're dumping in the streams, we need to dig.
I have that on my notes too. We'll review the paperwork from EPA.
And y'all are looking into it about the noise.
Yes, sir. Yeah, as soon as we reached out to them, they said it was a,
But if it's loud and it's disturbing the citizens, this, I don't know. if
We're looking to
find
find
something
out
for us or
what-
whatever, but something needs to be done about that.
we don't really, we'll check
Yeah,
on
what does
businesses.
it apply to on commercial property? Because once it went commercial, Mead had a lumber mill there for 35, 40 years, with the saws and stuff, and then, I mean,
But they didn't do
Have we got to
it
be
free
careful?
shift though, did they?
Yes,
yeah.
they do.
And I don't know, that's what we gotta dig into that and find out.
We're digging into it. If there's not an ordinance, we'll bring one back to the board for the creative ordinance for businesses. Wow.
But I'm sure cutting wood ain't near as loud as all that metal stuff. You know,
They're probably ain't.
that'll probably just echo through the sky.
If you're doing it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they know code enforcement's not.
What's that?
If they're doing it Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, they know code enforcement's not running. So we'll definitely be looking at that.
Okay,
Oh, we can call code enforcement in, they got radio.
cell phones too.
So,
All right, report from county commissioners, Commissioner Snelson.
It's nuts. I know. No.
Brittany King.
just as usual, appreciate everything that's getting done in the county and the staff working hard to keep us on top of things and, look forward to our last meeting and closing out the year and we'll roll on 26.
Mr. Collins.
Just same thing, wanna thank staff and all the employees for the job they're doing and just glad everybody's getting things done and moving on along in the county.
Thing for me is appreciate everyone's efforts and what we're doing for the citizens and hope we continue to make progress. Report from county attorney.
Another report, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have a need for executive session?
We do.
All right, future meetings and notices, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025, a regular meeting at 6 p.m. And we will be closed in observance of the Christmas holidays, December 24th through the 26th, 2025. I'll make a motion, we go into executive session for litigation, personnel, real estate, tax matters. Second. All in favor? Executive session at 6:44. Back in the regular